Good day, my name is Pandora. Oh, it appears I'm a berserker. It must be because of the box. You see, out of curiosity I had opened this box and filled the world with chaos. So, I wonder, Master, what will your curiosity bring?
Hello everyone, welcome to the Anime Void. I'm Brian, your host, and today I'm going to be talking about my last of my fan-made standard class servants, Pandora. But before I get into it, this video is technically sponsored by me. So yes, as of this video going up, the cards that I've been plugging for the past few videos are now for sale. These cards feature the art of all my fan servants, including Pandora. All of them are done by the amazing Kama. And of course, she did another amazing job on Pandora. This is the card for Pandora. All of the other cards are going to be having this similar border and text style. The main difference is from the ones that are going to be sold is that the set number is not going to be there. It's just going to say concept by me. Or my name actually, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I have an eBay page for these because that's just how I went along with it. I kinda ran out of budget in terms of just creating these. But they're up there, they're for sale, and I'm handling everything about shipping them. Can't guarantee before or even by Christmas if you care about that, but them's the breaks. So yes, if you are interested in these art cards, check the link in the description below. It'll show a picture of every single card so you can get a good look at them. And it's purchased for only a set of 7, not selling the cards individually. And it'll not only support me and my channel, but it'll also support Kama, the artist, since we are splitting the profits on this. So it would just mean so much for you to check them out, share it around, and let me know what you think. But for now, on to the video. Now, fundamentally, we are ignoring the fact that Pandora technically does appear in Fate, specifically in Prisma Ilia. The main reason we are ignoring it is because A, Prisma Ilia, and B, it's technically not even Pandora. It's a Pandora that didn't open the box. So, is that even really Pandora? I say no. So we go with mine. But for a quick crash course on Pandora, she was the first human woman created by Hephaestus under the instructions of Zeus, and all the other gods pitched in giving her gifts, which lends credence to her name, Pandora, which translates to the all-gifted, the all-endowed, things along that line. And yes, she is quite endowed. But Pandora was also a very curious woman, being presented with a box, though technically it was a containing jar, but colloquialisms have changed it to box over the centuries, so we go with box. And this box contained all the world's evils and chaos and malice and all that stuff. Out of her curiosity, she opened it and unleashed it all upon the world, managing to close it with only one thing remaining inside of the box, which we will get into later. And I do want to preface, before getting into the abilities, that in this version, I'm leaning more towards that Pandora unleashed chaos and madness, more so than evil. Evil is still a big part of it, but the main idea that it's madness, which is why she's a berserker and how her abilities work, as you will see when I get into it. But the first of her abilities is simply curiosity. When this ability activates, Pandora takes damage, but she gains an unremovable guts that revives her to full health. But while the guts is active, she also gets a buff block and a heal block, really mostly for balancing reasons. This ability has less to do with the overall myth of Pandora, but more just specifically on her own curiosity, and is an adage of curiosity killed the cat, which, what most people don't realize, is followed by and satisfaction brought it back, which is why she gets that guts. Her second skill is Unleashing Evil, and what this does is that it applies Curse to all enemies, and all evil attribute allies and enemies gain a crit buff and an attack buff, and that comes important later. I promise you. But the idea is that unleashing all this evil and chaos and madness upon the world would, of course, embolden evil people, but would also act as a curse upon the land. And then her third ability is All That's Left Within. And what this does is that it gives the entire party invulnerability for a turn, debuff immunity, and increases Pandora's Noble Phantasm gauge. Now, as I said in the beginning, there was only one thing left inside of the box.
What's in the box?
And that is what Pandora is using right now to pull this off. And it's hope. Hope was the only thing left inside of the box. And hope can be an amazing thing sometimes. It can embolden you, get you to go further than you really think is possible, letting you stay steadfast and strong, take on any challenges. And in Pandora's case, it makes her want to get to where she can fix everything. Though intrinsically she can't because everything's already out. Can't get it back in. And then, for her Noble Phantasm, which I really like, is called Pandora's Box. This does quite a bit, so I'm lifting up my laptop. This does quite a bit. So, it gives all allies and enemies, except for Pandora, class affinity Berserker. Then turns all cards into Buster cards, removes Pandora's cards from the deck, applies special status condition to all on the field, random targeting. And what this does is that all attacks do not target, but are randomly chosen. Allies can attack other allies, and enemies can attack other enemies. And the overcharge is increase everyone's buster efficiency. So, it's a wild card ability. And this is where I wanted to stress the fact that it leans more into the unleashing chaos and madness, because that just has everything run amok. Before everything can settle down, the immediate upheaval of introducing all of this into the world would create utter pandemonium, and I wanted to create that inside of a Noble Phantasm. And Pandora herself can only watch as it happens because she's the one who did this. She didn't like that she did it, she didn't mean to do it, but that's her place in all of this now. She is now a bystander in the chaos she unwittingly wrought. This is very much not a strategic Noble Phantasm, it's fully gimmick-based, but I think it would be so fun to have a Noble Phantasm like this, to have something like this happen during gameplay. Like Pandora being someone that you fight against would be amazing with this Noble Phantasm, because that'd just be such a heavy challenge. There are bits and pieces of every single servant that I like. I like everything about all the servants that I've made, honestly. But in terms of like Noble Phantasms, Pandora's is the favorite of the ones that I've created. But with that, that's all my standard class servants. I do have ideas for extra class servants, but those are gonna have to wait. I kind of put a bunch of eggs into this basket, so I want to see if that pans out first. So, please be sure to check out the cards and purchase them if you are interested in them, or let other people know that might be interested in them. Again, it supports two people, myself and the artist Kama, so you'd be helping out two people. And on that note, I do want to give another big thank you to Kama. She has been a dream to work with, and I can't wait to work with her again. When I start doing the extra class servants, I am definitely partnering up with her again. And I want to give a big thank you to Rachel, who did the voice for Pandora in the opening. She was also great to work with, and hopefully when I have a budget to do the bigger projects that I want to do that need more voice acting, she's definitely on the list of the people that I'm going to contact immediately when that happens. You can check out all of their links in the description below. Give them all the support that they deserve. They deserve a lot. And if you want to see me and more of my nonsense, you should like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss an upload from me. And follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. And if you want to support this channel even further, please consider supporting me on Patreon. All those links are also in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to catch you next time in the void. Later.